Hey guys, what's up? Alright, so this is the Komatsu PC1100 you're looking at here. It's a custom bucket I made on it. It's a custom mass excavation bucket. Um, I don't know if this video is going to be either before the update or after it, but either way, thanks for watching. So basically, I'm just going to show you the bucket. I don't know if I'm going to take it off because it's kind of delicate. It's out of plastic I made it out of. Took me about a day or so to do. Not really a day. I started at probably around, I don't know, 2:30 in the afternoon, and not today, but a couple days ago I started probably around that time. I stopped around 9 or so doing it, and then the following morning for about an hour I finished all the wear plates and side plates and all that on it. So probably around, I don't know, 12 hours or so total, maybe a little less, a little more, 10, I don't know, whatever. I don't feel like counting right now. But it's a good day's work between paint and all that too, so probably total of a day to get it completely done and painted. So I'm going to round it off, say day's work, which isn't too bad for it. I've been thinking about maybe making them and selling them on eBay. The only thing that discourages me from doing that is I don't know if I want the work for it. I know if I put them on eBay, the money I'm going to get out of it, I believe for every, I know that eBay takes money out of, or takes a percentage of the price. I don't know how that works. I never sold on eBay before. If anybody knows like how that works, like for however much money you sell an item for, how much do they take out? If anybody knows that, message me because I don't know and I don't feel like looking on eBay unless I start doing it. So if anybody knows, just shoot me a quick comment or something, or a personal message of how that actually works. That'd be kind of great to know. But otherwise, so if you guys, at the end of this video, if you like the bucket and you have a Komatsu PC1100, I would be interested in maybe making you one. I think a price for it, I'd probably put between 10 and 15 bucks. Between material-wise, plastic isn't that much money, but between labor and just me doing it and stuff like that, probably between 10 and 15 bucks for it. I know it's not metal, so it might be a little steep, but I don't know. Probably around that much to start. I mean, it is quite a bit of work to do. I don't have like a production type thing going. It's just me sitting here in my on my workbench doing them. So it's work for me too, to not like when I make a bucket, I make it for myself and I enjoy it. If I'm making them to sell, yeah, I'm getting money for them, but it's still quite a bit of work to not I don't know how to explain it, but otherwise, so if you guys want one, please message me, and I'd be happy to make you one. You've seen other customs I've made. All of them are up for purchase. Not the ones I personally have. Like I'll keep the ones I've already made, but I'll remake, buckets and stuff like that. The only thing that I don't know if I would remake is the 365 BL quick coupler. That was a pain in my ass to make. I don't know if I'd make another one. I probably would, but it took me forever to do that. That was like a 2-day project. I mean, literally sitting here for hours just trying to play with it to make it fit and work. And it did take a while to do, but it is a nice piece. So if you want, I could do a complete customs update or a complete custom thing, like of everything that I've made, of the better stuff with the plastic, and then to see if you guys would want any of those, and I'd be happy to make you one and sell it to you for a reasonable price. Probably everything between 10 and 15 bucks. The lowest cheapest thing probably could be like 5, depending on what it is, up to 15, and I'd probably ship them in like a little flat rate box. So I think I don't know what the cheapest one is because their size, maybe like $5 or so. But everything would be under probably around 20 bucks, depending on what it is. But please let me know if you'd like one because I'd be happy to make you one. The pins I use are just toothpicks because they hold and they work, and I don't have brass pins or anything like that. And they work and they hold and they're nice. I could always just color the ends of them or paint them or whatever. I'd probably just dab them with a permanent marker or a Sharpie or something like that to cover them. I just haven't on this one. But otherwise, let me get into showing you it. I'm spending 5 minutes talking. Alright, so as you guys know, I said again, this is my Komatsu PC1100 made by Joel in 1/50th scale. I've done quite a bit of different things to this model. On the back, you see the hydraulic lines coming up. That's just a bunch of messy glue that I have to redo eventually because it's a mess. That piece broke off. I think on almost everybody's that happens. It's hard plastic that they bend up to there, but every time you move the boom, I guess it slowly breaks it. But otherwise, so I'm not doing a review. I'm just showing. But otherwise, so this is my bucket, the mass excavation bucket. I really like it. It's probably one of the best ones I made. The only reason I'm saying that is I like the teeth. I've made good buckets. I think, my 385 bucket, I really like that bucket, but the teeth were the only thing that discouraged me away from it. I just did not like the teeth too much on it, so I probably will end up redoing those eventually, but it takes a while to do. The teeth on this bucket, the teeth and the actual back of the bucket, like the piece that comes up around here, I make the side panels first, and then I, shape them, make sure they're identical, and then what I'll do is I'll cut out the piece for the back, which I use around, I think it's 0.20 thickness Plastruct, or so, 0.20 or 0.30. 0.30 is actually pretty thick. I think it's 0.20 I usually use. But it was a bit of a pain to get going. I actually took a lighter and I had to hold it on the plastic, not for too long that it melted it, but enough that it heated it up a little so it was easier to bend, and it worked somewhat. I actually ended up burning some of it. I had to cut pieces off, but it ended up working out fine in the end, obviously. So as you can see, sorry, my arm keeps going in the way. So the teeth, I really, really like the teeth. I think that's one of my best features on the machine, which I'll show you the teeth. Sorry. The teeth were a bit of a project to do, I guess. It's out of .80. I took two pieces, put them together, I glued them together, and then I used a Dremel to actually cut in here. It'll focus on them. Alright, so I took a Dremel and I used them to cut in here, and then I kind of used the cutting tool and I cut through here to make the teeth. It's a 9-tooth bucket. I don't know if there even is one out there. I'm sure there is, but I just I don't really care about that. Every time I always do it, I always try to make them symmetrical or something like not symmetrical, but an even number of teeth. I just couldn't do it on this one. This one I just figured 9 teeth works. It's a big machine. It's a big bucket, So otherwise, I cut them out and I tried to get the back piece. I didn't want to make them individual only because I didn't cut completely through this piece through the middle here. That you see, that's what holds it together basically. Because I felt like if I cut them all separate, which I could have done, but the only thing that I would have ran into as an issue was that properly gluing them on, I felt like they would have been all crooked and shit, and I didn't want that. I wanted it to look good, and I think this looks fine. If they were all separate, I think it would have just came out pretty awful. They would have been good looking teeth, but they would have been as crooked as hell. So I felt like just making one little solid strip down the middle would have worked, and it did, and it holds them nice, and they're very strong for the most part for plastic. This is a little a cutting edge on the side kinda. I tried to I put a little bolt detail kinda in it, and I just put a little cuts into it, kind of like that, to make it look more like a cutting edge, which is nice. And I just put T on there with a little Dremel. This side's messed up, but if you look on this side, it came out a little better. A little. I didn't know what to put because it's not a cat bucket, obviously, and I know cat usually, the cat makes their own buckets, they put, cat on it or whatever. I didn't really know any brands of buckets. I know, a couple of them, ACS or ASC, I think, has a bucket. I don't know. I wasn't going to sit here and look up bucket names. I was just going to, make the bucket. So I just put T on it for something, just my name, Tyler. So, another cutting edge on this side and some wear plates, and then the wear plates all along the back, which are nice. They're big wear plates. Sorry for this video about the air conditioning that's on. That's my AC. It's very loud. I'm sorry about that. If you can't hear me, I'm sorry. I know my camera doesn't have the best volume anyway, the best volume quality or sound quality, and I'm sorry about that. But the air conditioner is not helping the volume. But otherwise, so that's it basically. This bucket is for sale, not this one particularly, but I would be interested in making another one for you guys if anybody wants one. I'd probably sell it through PayPal. I don't know how that would work, but I'd figure it out. To sell. This bucket, I think I would range an average price for this one around, I don't know, just going to shut up on the camera there, so that's that. And then the linkage, I don't know if I showed that. Very simple, just glued all together and stuff like that. So it came out pretty nice, the bucket, I think. It's a big bucket. I will do a comparison in 1 second. But it is a nice bucket. I tried to curve the teeth slightly, if you could see. It's pretty straight, very straight actually. It's probably one of the straightest ones I've made. I'll do a comparison with the bucket to another one in a few minutes, or a minute or two. So, but otherwise, first I want to say that the sale price on this would be, I'd probably sell this bucket for, I don't know, I guess maybe 12, 15 bucks, maybe, I don't know. Maybe like 12 bucks or so. I think, yeah, probably around $12 I'd sell it for. It might seem a little steep for a plastic bucket. Maybe 12 bucks I think I do. It's a big bucket. I mean, it's a pretty big one. It uses quite a bit of my material. Not that plastic costs a lot, but my labor in it, I did put quite a few hours into it, doing it, and just for me to make some cash on it too. So probably around 12 bucks I'd sell it for, 12 to 15, depending on if you wanted anything extra on it, like a lifting eye or something like that, or different, more angled teeth. I don't know. But the most it would ever go for is 15 bucks at most. I'd probably really more go like 12 for it. But so if you want one for your PC1100, these are just the pins I use are, as I said again, toothpicks. I didn't make the hole in the the original pins any bigger or anything, so toothpicks fit fine. It is a little bit loose on it, but so are the pins that actually come with the model. They don't fit really tight, so what are you gonna do? But that would be the size of the hole. I'd have toothpicks already in it. I'd sell it with the toothpicks or whatever. I do have a quick coupler in the works for this model. I would like to eventually make for it, but I haven't. I don't have that, at all on the, production, I guess you could say. But otherwise, so this is this, and I will get a quick comparison of it. So please, though, if you want this bucket or anything that I've made before, please let me know, because I am interested in making others to sell. So let me know. All right, 1 second. I'm just going to get another bucket. All right, so now these are a couple that I've made. You guys know this is for my 365. It's my custom quick coupler and sand bucket, but I have made a video of that before. So otherwise, basically to show you, this is the giant 385 bucket, which everybody said how big it was. It is big. It's a big bucket for the 385. Probably a little too big. But otherwise, so this is that. It'll actually fit in it if you put it this way, slightly, barely, but it does. Side by side, it is wider. The teeth are much better on the 1100 bucket. But yeah, so that is that one. It is wider. Slightly, not too much, but it is a little wider. Not as deep, but wider. So I guess probably it holds about the same amount of material. And this is the 365 bucket, which doesn't really compare too much to it. Probably like 2 of these or so, a little less than 2 of these buckets combined. But otherwise, so that is that, and then I'll do a comparison, I guess, to a regular model bucket, so you guys have something if you ever wanted to compare it. So here we have a 330 DL. That's my model. Now compared to the 1100, not really too much of a, fight. But so that is the bucket compared to it. I will just take this bucket off for a second. And it probably can hold about 3 or 4 of them. I would say probably about 3. Yep. So that is that. So that's the size of. So this is a 330 bucket, which most people have a 330 or a 336. So comparison for you guys, if anyone's willing to purchase it, that is the size comparison to it. So, there it is. Alright guys, so sorry to make this video so long, but I really wanted to get this all in my little chat in the beginning. So that is the Komatsu PC1100 bucket. I will probably have pictures of this up on my Facebook fan page. Check that out too. Like that if you haven't already. I have 305 subscribers, so I'd like to get, at least close to that many likes on Facebook. If you guys aren't all on Facebook, I understand, but if, I'm sure most of you are. So please like that on Facebook. You know, that'd be pretty cool. So, otherwise, that is that. That just fell off. That's always good to do. So please like that. You know, comment, rate, subscribe if you haven't already, and thanks so much for watching, guys. Sorry for the length again. Let me know if you're really, interested in purchase. All right, thanks a lot, guys.